Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Mine's okay. I use Sundays as a reset day. So welcome to my Sunday reset / venting session. My mini TED Talk. I promise not to keep you long, but what a week I had. First of all, in life, sometimes moments can feel so lonely when they don't go your way. So I hope that in those moments of loneliness, right, that you remember that it's not your entire day, it's not your entire life, it's not your entire week. It is literally just a moment. Take what you need to from that moment and give it to God. I am giving you that advice, but Friday had me not wanting to take that advice. Dealing with disappointment when you did everything right is so hard. I did everything right. Everything I was supposed to do, I did on my end. But still, I ended up being disappointed. This is in reference to a business matter, nothing personal. And in that moment where I was very disappointed, I wanted to sit there. I wanted to sit in that moment. And then I had to remind myself that sitting in that moment is not what I needed to do. I had to remind myself that God does everything for a reason and to take this as a learning lesson and to move forward. When you have those moments of disappointment, I don't want you to sit there. Again, I want you to remember that it's just a moment. It's not your entire day. It's not your entire life. It's not your entire week. It's not your entire month. It's that moment. Take that moment, learn from it, and move on. If you're having a hard time moving on, I don't know everyone's religious beliefs. I respect people's religious beliefs. But me personally, when I'm having those hard moments, I turn to God. And I'm reminded that joy comes from God and that I shouldn't sit and dwell on this moment because whatever God has for me is way better than what I was actually wanting or expecting. So I didn't sit there. I actually got up and I got on a Peloton because I really needed to shake it off. And one way that I learned to deal with things that go in my way is honestly a good workout. It clears my mind and it reminds me that I still have life and I'm able to move, and that alone brings me happiness. Small portion of happiness, but alone it brings me happiness. That's my little session of me being disappointed. I said a prayer and I'm moving on. But I want to tell you guys what my Sunday resets consist of. Number one, I make sure all the laundry in my house is done. A lot of people do it on Saturdays. I choose to do Sundays. That way, when Monday comes, we're rocking and rolling. Number two, if my kids have things going on in the week, I make sure their clothes are laid out for the week. My little kid, who's 9 today. Today's her birthday, she's 9. I make sure her clothes are ready for the week. She's going to play basketball. So we got to make sure everything's ready so that we can be rocking and rolling this week. I also make sure my house is always clean, but I literally on Sundays I make sure my house is super clean and everything is where it's supposed to be. That way during the week I don't have to rush and try to find things. I also take a moment to actually meditate. I should meditate every day, but on Sundays especially, before I go to bed, I sit and I meditate. And the reason I do that is I'm so grateful for my life. So I sit in that moment and I reflect on like life and how grateful I am to live the life that I live, to be comfortable the way I'm comfortable, to have happy kids, to have happy dogs, and to be happy myself. And gratitude is something that I think a lot of people don't express or, talk about. But gratitude is so important in growth. Because how can God bless you with more if you're not even grateful for what you have now? I'm extremely grateful for the life I live and for the people I have in my life and, for the job that I do. So I make sure to take time to express gratitude. I also journal, but I journal daily. I have a journaling app on my iPad that I actually write into. And if you want it, I will share it with you. But I actually love it. And mine's, I have two different ones. The one that I'm really, really in love with, has daily scriptures. Am I a religious girly? Absolutely. I love the Lord. It is what it is. Another thing that I actually do to make sure my car is clean. Anything that don't need to be in the car, I take it out. And I go for a walk. I live in a pretty nice neighborhood, so I make sure to take time and just go for a walk by myself. Not with everybody else, not with the kids, but like actually take a walk by myself so I can do some personal reflection and, get some fresh air. I think a lot of people don't walk outside. A good, quick little walk outside won't hurt you. It's not going to kill you. If it's not raining or snowing, now I could definitely take a walk on the tread, but there's benefits to fresh air. So get outside, get some fresh air. Remember that there are bad moments. It's not a bad life. It's not a bad day. It's not a bad week. It's not a bad life. It's just a moment. Learn from the moment. Let it go. You'll be okay. Promise. Again, that's my little vent. Try to make it quick because I understand everybody has rough weeks, rough times. I am not, excluded from that. I'm human like everyone else. And I had a rough moment. I don't even have makeup on today. I had a rough moment and I took it, learned from it, and moved on. Next week is going to be a better week for all of us. So y'all, let's have a good week. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great week.